Hello, Craig Smith from the Home Education Foundation in Palmerston North, New Zealand, talking about educating our children at home to be truly educated people. A question sometimes comes up in relation to reading: is the look-say method really that bad? And the short answer is yes, it is that bad. Look-say, it's you're taking the whole word and the child looks at it, the shape of the word, the size, the length, maybe the first letter, maybe they'll associate with a picture on the next page, and they're making a stab at it, they're making a guess at it. This is not reading, this is guessing. It also is sort of like expecting the child to see the shape and the size of that word and expecting to memorize that shape and size. This is what you have to do in other languages, such as Chinese or Japanese, where they use the Chinese characters, where they memorize those characters. They are large characters, they are somewhat complicated in the way they're constructed. And so the reader, the learning reader, must memorize thousands of these characters, so that each time they see that character, they know what that word is and they know how to pronounce it. Not because there's any clues as to how to pronounce it in the character itself. The character just, oh yes, that's the character for home, or that's the character for family, and I know how to say that word. But in English, we have phonetics alphabet. Each letter has a sound, and you learn how to blend the sounds together so that it doesn't matter what the word is. Once you learn how the sounds go and how to blend them, you can pronounce any word. I mean, we've done this with our children. We taught them the alphabet through flashcards, and then the sounds of the letters, and then the skill of blending these letters systematically from left to right. It wasn't long before I could hand them the King James Bible, and these little 6-year-olds could read the King James Bible and all those very difficult words, no trouble, because they knew how to dismantle a word and read it left to right systematically, one letter at a time, sound it out, and they'd always get it, no problem at all. The look-say method actually pretends like English is Chinese, and so the word is just assumed to have its own shape and size, and the child needs to memorize it. Now, if you do put a child through that method and expect them to learn words as if it was a look-say, they will be able to memorize a fair number of words on sight. And by the way, even if you're teaching a strict phonetic type of reading program, you'll find that there'll be a handful of words you still have to learn by sight. They just don't follow the normal spelling or pronunciation rules. And so you just put them out there, and hopefully your child will memorize them. Every time they see that letter combination, they know it's the word for whatever, and they'll be able to say it. So that does happen, even in phonetics. You do end up with a handful of look-say words anyway. You just have to memorize them because they refuse to follow the proper pronunciation rules. But by and large, the English language is definitely a phonetic language, and it has rules about how letters are pronounced, and the letter combinations determine how certain letters are pronounced. There's all sorts of rules about that. Don't ever say that English is a mishmash and it's all full of no rules. No, it's not. It's full of rules, and they're very systematic, and they work almost every time. Thank you very much.